Hey everybody, so welcome to part 3 of trying all the poke bowls in Hawaii. And in today's episode, we're gonna go and check out some of the best poke spots on Kapahulu Avenue and in Kaimuki. So let's go. Okay, so first up on our poke bowl food tour, we are gonna go and check out Ono Seafood. And Ono Seafood is actually, I think, the most popular poke restaurant in Hawaii, if you're going by the Yelp standard, because I think they got over like 3,000 reviews or something crazy like that. But they're actually located right on Kapahulu Avenue, and I'm gonna go and leave their information in the description box down below. But they're actually in a really, really small parking lot right here, and parking can be really, really tight. But we're gonna go inside right now to get our poke bowl. Okay, so I just got my poke bowl from Ono Seafood. So I got the regular size of the spicy tuna bowl. It actually comes with a free drink, but I decided to go and upgrade it by getting their coconut water. And that was $1.50 more. To be honest with you guys, this is probably the most expensive poke bowl that I've eaten. And, this is $17, and the price has gone up quite dramatically. And it's not just at Ono Seafood, but across the board with pretty much every single poke place that I've been to. But from my experience, on average, your typical poke bowl in Hawaii with fresh fish is around like maybe $14 to $15. So this is a little bit more on the higher end, but I gotta say, it does taste very, very good. So before the pandemic, the price for a poke bowl was anywhere between $8 to $10 for a fresh poke bowl. But so these are basically the times that we're living in now. So I gotta go film somewhere else because we got some construction work going on here and it's gonna mess up the audio. So let's drive somewhere. All right, everybody, so we are at the park now, nice and quiet here. So let's go and eat this poke bowl for breakfast. Yeah, I did say breakfast is kind of early. It's like, I think, let's see what time it is. It's like 9:30 right now. Okay, so we got some decent sized chunks of the spicy tuna right here. So this spicy tuna is super, super creamy. There's actually some onions in here as well. And what makes this spicy tuna different, in my opinion, is that I think they put some fish sauce in here. And that really brings out the flavor of the spicy tuna with the mayonnaise and all the other ingredients they have. Okay, let's take a bite out of this creamy goodness. I gotta say, even though it's $17 for this regular size poke bowl, it's super, super good. Really creamy, and there's a hint of spice at the very end. So it's not too spicy, but you can feel the heat at the very end. So what I also like is that this poke bowl is served with jasmine rice, and they have some shoyu over it as well. So I think with the shoyu and the fish sauce and the onions, it really brings out the flavor out of everything. So I've been going to Ono Seafood for a really long time. I used to get the Super Bowl before, and that's basically the larger version of this. I remember before, after work, I would go and get the Super Bowl almost like every day. Back then, it was $10 for the Super Bowl. I really have nothing to say. I mean, this is just a really good poke bowl. And if you guys want to go and spend the money, I definitely recommend you guys check them out. All right, so let's go hit up our next poke spot. Okay, so next up on our poke food tour, we are at Fresh Catch, and it's on Kapahulu Avenue, just a couple of blocks down from Ono Seafood. So when you're coming to Fresh Catch, you have to go and come down this street right here, which I'm not sure what street this is, but I'm gonna go and leave it right here. I'm gonna find that out for you. So this is the only street you can come through, and it's a very small parking lot that they have. So I'm gonna go and leave the address right over here for you guys. All right, so I am the first customer of the day at Fresh Catch. So let me show you guys what they got. So they don't have their garlic ahi today. That's actually my favorite. So if you guys come to Fresh Catch, you guys got to get some of that garlic ahi. All right, everybody. So we are at another park, and here is my poke bowl from Fresh Catch. Oh, so before we start, I want to give a really, really big shout out to the guy that said hi to me right outside Fresh Catch. I heard my name and I was like looking like, wait, who's calling me? And then there's a guy that was in the car, and then he gave me a shout out and he told me he really enjoyed my video. So thank you so much. And the second person I want to give a shout out to was actually a really nice lady in Kapahulu. She was also in her car. She was the passenger in the car, and I was getting out to do one of my videos. And she was like, oh, I love your videos, Charles. So thank you so much. So for all of you guys that saw me and said hi, you know, I really, really appreciate it. It gives me that energy to keep on making these videos. So thank you so much. Okay, so enough of the talk. Let's go and show you guys what I got. So this is the poke bowl that I got from Fresh Catch. So I got it with the Hawaiian blend, and I got it with the smoked taco poke. So what makes Fresh Catch different from other places is that you can actually go and scoop as much poke as you want into your poke bowl. So today, because we're going to a bunch of different places, I decided to have 1 scoop of rice. Normally, if I was just to go to Fresh Catch, I would get like 3 scoops of rice and probably like a pound of poke or something. So they didn't have my favorite poke, which is a garlic ahi. They make a really, really mean garlic ahi, but this is the first time I'm trying their Hawaiian blend. And one thing that's really great about Fresh Catch, sorry, there's flies. You know, parks in Hawaii, there's like flies everywhere. But one thing about Fresh Catch is that they have a lot of different types of poke. And I think that's one of the things I really like. You go to some other places, they'll only have like 2 different types, but they have a lot of variety at Fresh Catch. Okay, so here is their taco poke. So their taco poke, this is basically smoked octopus, and it's in a mayonnaise sauce, kind of like spicy tuna, but with octopus. And you have some green onions and tobiko, some fish eggs right there. So like what I was saying, this is smoked. Oh, that's really spicy, but it's so good. This is some smoky, creamy goodness right here. So if you like smoked things, definitely try this out. But one thing I have to tell you guys though, is the smoked taco poke, it is on the chewier side. So if you don't really care for like things that you have to really chew on, then you might not want to get this, but it does have a lot of good flavor. So like I said earlier, the good thing is that you can have as much or as little poke as you want. You can have 1 scoop of rice, 2 scoops of rice, and 1 type of poke, 2, 3, 4. One time I had 6 different types of poke in my poke bowl. You can have as much or as little as you want. Okay, so next up we have this Hawaiian blend right here. So I see a lot of chili pepper. We have some onions, green onions, and this is probably some kind of shoyu based sauce. All right, first time having the Hawaiian blend. It kind of has a sweet and spicy shoyu based sauce to it. Very fresh fish. Very good. But I think the winner in this bowl right here is the smoked taco poke. All right, so we're gonna go across the street to Tamoras to get a poke bowl from there. Let's go. All right, everybody, so we are at Tamoras Fine Wines and Liquors, and this is on Waialae Avenue right here. So they actually have a much bigger parking space than the other 2 places that we went to today. So let's go and get our poke bowl. All right, everybody, so I got some bad news. Tamoras no longer serves poke bowls, but you can get the rice on the side. So I ended up getting 3 different types of poke for you guys, and I got rice on the side. Okay, so right here we have our cold ginger ahi wasabi poke. We have some ahi limu poke, which is like your basic poke that you normally would get everywhere. And then we have our sunrise poke, which is basically Tamora's spicy ahi with a unagi sauce over it and some furikake as well. So I'm not quite sure why they got rid of the poke bowls, but on the bright side, now you can go and get as much rice as you want on the side, and you can get as much or as little poke as you want on the side as well. So you basically can go and make your own poke bowl. So originally, I actually wanted to get the king crab poke for you guys to see, but king crab is actually out of season right now. But all of this is all fresh, and this is all by market price. But the price fluctuates daily depending on how much they buy it for. Okay, so I'm gonna go and just kind of dump this in. Hopefully I don't spill any of this. Oh, look at this. Oh, look how beautiful this is. It's almost like I'm eating at one of those fine dining restaurants. You see that? So of all the places we went to today, this is actually the cheapest so far. So this is a little bit over half a pound of poke, and I have 3 different types of poke, like what I was saying earlier. So let's go and try their cold ginger ahi with wasabi. So when I ate that, I tasted some of the cold ginger sauce, and then all of a sudden you have a blast of wasabi going right through my nose. So that really, really cleared me out. If you don't like wasabi, I wouldn't recommend getting this because it's pretty strong, and there is a good amount of ginger in here as well. Let's get some of that ahi limu. So the ahi limu is your basic poke, and the limu is actually seaweed that you see right over here. It also has some Hawaiian salt and sesame oil as well. Okay, lastly, we got their sunrise. So their sunrise is their version of spicy ahi, and it also has a unagi sauce over it. So the sunrise is very creamy, but depending on the day, it could be a little bit more on the salty side because of the amount of furikake that's on top of it. Let's go and mix all of this up and see what this tastes like. So we got some cold ginger ahi wasabi with some sunrise and some ahi limu. It's a little bit more on the salty side because of the amount of, that wasabi. I think the ginger ahi wasabi with the sunrise, it put together, it makes it really, really salty. So you guys might want to have those on the side. But I gotta say, I'm really happy with all 3 places that I went to today. And I'll tell you guys why. So the last couple of days, I've been having some like really bad lunches. You know, I've been going to different places, trying different places out. And I went to this one place that I used to go to a lot, and their poke bowl was just so sad. I was really, really disappointed. And then I went to this other place, and the customer service was just really bad. So I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna make a video about that place. But today, all 3 places, all great service, great poke. So definitely got my seal of approval for Tamoras, for Fresh Catch, and for Ono Seafood. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you guys want to support me and this channel, I'm going to go and leave my Buy Me a Coffee account in the description box down below. Make sure you guys go and follow me on Instagram. I'll see all of you guys next week. Bye.